10 years ago today, my family and I gathered in Florida to board the Carnival Triumph for a 7-day Western Caribbean cruise with stops in Grand Cayman, Jamaica, and Mexico. My parents decided that for their 40th wedding anniversary, they wanted to celebrate with everyone they loved in the middle of the Caribbean. No one in our family was going to disagree. It was a trip that included non-stop laughs, hilarity, and many frozen cocktails. But it wasn't about the cruise. It was about family coming together, not knowing that all of our lives were about to change in the near future. There is a poem by Linda Ellis called The Dash that goes like this. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of her birth, and he spoke the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For the dash represents all of the times that she spent alive on earth, and now only those who loved her know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live in love and how we spend our dash. I remember in the 90s when Mom and Dad purchased their tombstone for the local cemetery, how proud they were of the purchase and that they made the decision to save their family from extra grief. I remember in the summer of '99, I was home in Ottawa for a week studying for and to write my MCATs. While writing the test, my girlfriend at the time, who later became my first wife and mother of Calvin, came into Ottawa on the train. My parents, not having met Stacy yet, picked her up at the train station, and to kill time, they took her to the cemetery to show her the family plot and tombstone. I remember hugging her as soon as I finished my exam, and all she could say was, "Your father took me to a cemetery." She was so confused and mortified all at the same time. I never truly understood the magnitude of the layout of the tombstone until a few weeks ago, and when I did, the outpouring of emotion was overwhelming. As you can see in the picture on my website of their tombstone, which I stumbled upon online this past summer, there is no dash separating my parents' birth dates from their dates of death. They are both written in open books, connected by a heart engraved with the day that they were married. Like a lot of couples, their marriage was not easy, and sometimes we all wondered how they stayed together through it all. They wrote the stories of their lives, first as individuals and then as a couple. I take comfort knowing that their story will live on for generations, as will their legacy. My siblings and I will continue to share the knowledge, passion, and wisdom that became crystal clear after they passed away. When Mom and Dad purchased the tombstone, they listed us at the bottom with our birth years, a dash, and a spotless future. You see, although the only thing that matters is the dash between the beginning and the end, how we live and how we love has the ability to make sure that dash goes on forever. On November 16th, 2003, the family picture on my website was taken. It will never make the cover of Time magazine or win a Pulitzer Prize. But to me, this is the most important, priceless picture ever taken. It was taken on that Carnival ship the night of their 40th wedding anniversary. 10 years later, 5 of the 15 people in that picture are no longer with us, but their memory lives on forever. To celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary, I will be on another Carnival ship, and although I am traveling alone, never being ones to miss a party, I am confident that Mom and Dad will be right beside me.